You're listening to Elite Spotlight, presented by Elite Artists Network. And now, here's your host, Michael Masci.
Welcome to Elite Spotlight. My name is Michael Masci, and thank you so much for tuning in. This is one of our archived editions where we go all the way back to May of 2016. Blanca and I, we were broadcasting from the Cuisinart Resort Studios in Anguilla, and on this particular episode, we had a wonderful guest. He's a friend of ours. His name is Tom Stevens. He's a great singer. He's funny, and he's an impressionist. He does a lot of impressions. I think you're going to really enjoy this show. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of Elite Spotlight featuring Tom Stevens.
Welcome to the Michael Masci Show, broadcasting from our studios on the beautiful island of Anguilla. And now, here's Michael Masci.
Man, can you hit that horn note any higher than that? I think that's a triple high C. Welcome to Michael Masci Live Show. I am joined right now by my brilliant producer and my beautiful wife, Blanca. Blanca, how are you today, sweetie?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you doing?
I am doing very good. And today we have a fantastic guest, Tom Stevens, who is a Las Vegas headliner, and he's an impressionist. And he does so many celebrity voices, whether they're just speaking voices or singing voices. He's unbelievable. And we're going to be talking to him in just a moment. But before we do, Blanca and I just wanted to share with you, yesterday we had a very special day because we became godparents yesterday.
That was right, for the first time ever.
It was so special. We became godparents of little Brody Ryan
Wentley
Hill. That's a mouthful, right?
That's the name of a star right there.
That is right. But no, and she's 7 years old,
Beautiful
and we're
girl.
so proud. And her parents, Ryan
Ryan and Carmen.
and Carmen, we're so honored that they even asked us to do that. And of course, we're joined by
Tony and Raf Gonzalez. Raf is the executive chef over at the Viceroy.
here in Anguilla.
And we actually are sharing godparenthood with them, which is interesting. I don't think I've ever heard of two sets of godparents, but we were recommended or suggested by Father Paul. So we're honored.
I thought that was very nice. I'll tell you what, they were doing the baptism at the church.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Father Paul was in charge of the ceremonies over here at St. Gerard's Catholic Church here in Anguilla. And I was getting teary-eyed. It was just a special, special time.
Yeah.
About 5 kids maybe that were being...
There are 4 children,
But it
was really meaningful. But of course, we had our own son there.
Of course, yeah.
Tony and Raf had their children there. So we had a bunch of little children that weren't going to be getting baptized that
Right.
day. And they were all sitting there, looking at it like very interested. What's going on? Are we going to be a part of this? And
That's right. Well, it was very, very special. It really was.
extremely meaningful. And we're so honored to be part of that.
We just wanted to let people know that. Now, of course, today is Monday, May 23rd. And, I follow a lot of friends on Facebook and vice versa. And they're always posting about May 20, like the days and what's specific about the days, things in history. So just real quick, I just wanted to mention some birthdays. Before we get to our special guest, Tom Stevens, he's on hold, and we're going to be bringing him on in just a moment. But our friend in Gary Lane in Florida, we want to say happy birthday to him. And of course, some celebrities are celebrating birthdays today. We've lost a lot of great celebrities, like the great Rosemary Clooney. And Scatman Crothers, both celebrating a birthday today. But also Drew Carey, Joan Collins, happy birthday to all of you. So we just want to say happy birthday. Now, for those of you that would like to call into the show, you can call in at 516-418 and speak to our special guest, Tom Stevens, who is, like I said, he's a headline entertainer out there in Las Vegas, and he does so many voices. We have him on the line right now. Tom, welcome to the show. It's great to have you, my friend.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you. And good morning to you guys. Is it afternoon there already?
It is afternoon here.
Certainly is.
That's right. You're Las Vegas time. It's after 12 here.
Yeah, that's right. 3-hour difference here.
So thank you for coming onto the show so early.
Well, my dog gets me up at 6 o'clock every morning. I just rescued a dog 3 weeks ago, me and my wife, Perla. And he's part husky, part Malamute, and this puppy just fell in love with us.
That's
So adorable.
That is adorable. So how old is this puppy?
He's 2.5.
Yeah.
He's 2.5, and he was from Those Left Behind Foundation. We just walked into Petco, and this guy looked at me with those beautiful blue eyes, and I says, "That's it," and he leaned up against me, And you know how they say dogs choose you?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he chose me, and man, I tell you, he's such a great dog. We're so happy.
That's so nice. You know, animals know how to work it when you go through a pet store.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I don't think you've ever walked in one and walked out without one.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
No, that's great. That's a great thing that you do.
It's
It
a
really-
worthy cause too to be able to adopt a cat.
Yeah, yeah. We lost we had a Great Pyrenees, and we put him down 2 years ago. And so it's been, we've just been lonely, and it's just nice to have an animal in the house again.
Sure, sure.
They keep you healthy. You know, I get up I'm walking 3 miles, 4 miles a day now. Just going
right.
out walking with the dog. It's very, very, very healthy for you.
Uh-oh, we might have to get a dog, sweetheart.
Oh my gosh. Maintenance. We have plenty of kids.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I keep saying. We have kids.
There you
We
go.
get to choose. Kids are pets.
Yeah, right. It's but no, that's really cool, and it does keep you fit. You're right, because you do have to walk the dog often.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
We're home all the time. I only go away when I do shows. I'm out. So he's got the best of both worlds because he sees us all day long.
Right.
And, we walk him 3-4 times a day just to get out and just to be outside with him. So it's really, really nice.
that is nice, and they can't wait to see you when you get home too.
Yeah, it's true.
I got to tell you, I met you originally. Gosh, it must have been 1995 when you were working. Well, you were in Florida, and I was in Florida, and we're both performers. And I don't know if you remember, but I asked you to be part of one of my very first shows because I was doing a tribute to Frank Sinatra, and you were so nice to actually come in and do a skit with me. I don't know if you remember it because it's been a while. It's been, like I said.
Dean Martin. Yeah, Pally, I remember that.
That's right. That's right. So no, that was really nice of you to do. So I got to ask you. So did you start doing impressions when you were a little kid?
Yes.
You did.
Yes, it was. It was Frank Fontaine was my first voice. If you remember who he was from the Jackie Gleason show, you remember he played the crazy Guggenheim character.
Yes.
And back in the day, I don't know. I guess I don't know if you're around my age. I'm 50. I'll be 58 June 8th.
I'm gaining on you.
Back in the what that?
I'm gaining on you.
You're gaining on me. So, back in the day, we used to get dressed up for church. We had suits and pies, and my mom had fedoras for us. I don't know how she found a fedora for a 6-year-old kid. And so I used to always, my parents would get a big kick out of it. I used to get my fedora and turn it around and flip up the front of it. And I used to do Frank Fontaine. Hey, Joe, how's it going, Joe? And my parents used to get a big kick out of it. And I liked the attention that it got me, because whenever we had family or friends over, my mother used to say, "Oh, Tommy, go get your hat and do Frank Fontaine."
Oh, that's funny.
And so I just, I was always the mimic, always the guy copying voices. And then I started, I got my first tape recorder when I was 14.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And, you really have to tape your voice in order to learn how to do impressions. Because the main thing to do impressions is to disguise your voice and make sure you don't sound like you in the impression. So my mother was always my best critic. I would always go to my mother and play my tapes to her and say, "Mom, does this sound like Jimmy Stewart or does this sound like me?"
Right.
And when the impression wouldn't sound like me, then I know Jimmy Stewart was there. Yeah. So man, your sound, yeah. Oh, Jimmy was one of my first impressions, from the movie To Wonderful Life, and just listening to his voice. He had such a character to his voice. So most impressionists did him, Rich Little was my idol, of course, when I was a kid. Every time Rich Little was on TV, I would tape Rich Little and see how his take on the impressions. And then I finally got to meet Rich Little, and he came to one of my shows here in Vegas.
Oh, that's
We became
wonderful.
friends.
Oh,
Yeah,
how
it was really
wonderful is
amazing.
that?
He's still performing, correct?
Yes, he's at the Tropicana right now.
Is he really? Yeah, because I
At the
met him
Laugh
in
Factory,
Branson.
yes.
Yeah, he was doing
No,
a show
no,
in
no.
Branson with his wife, and I saw him there
Mm,
years
was he?
ago.
Yeah, no, uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But no, Rich Little was great, and and I'm sure that other inspirations were. What were some of the other impressionists that were of that time?
Frank Gorshin.
Oh, sure.
Okay. Yeah, Fred Travalina.
Oh, yeah, I remember Fred.
Yeah, Fred passed away, cancer.
Did he really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
George Herbie, all those guys. I love John Biner. In fact, John Biner.
I remember him.
Yeah, John Biner did the voice for Dean Martin in The Ant and the Aardvark.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he was a Foley?
Okay.
Like he did the voiceover?
Yeah, he did the voiceover, and the Aardvark, he did the voice for Jackie Mason.
Oh, wow.
So it was so funny, and they drew the ant with the big lazy eyes, and, oh, yeah, I think I'm going to go get a picnic basket this morning and everything else. And he had that old lazy attitude and everything, and it was just so great that to hear. And that's why I picked up a lot of my, take on the talking of Dean Martin.
Right.
When I do Dean and I do my show with the Martin and Lewis show, we become Martin and Lewis, and we talk the talk, walk the walk, sing the songs, and it's just like people say, it's like watching Dean and Jerry on stage again.
It is, and I have to be honest, I always do my research before bringing on a guest, and I was looking at your show with my son, and he found it very entertaining. We thought that video was absolutely wonderful. Your Dean Martin impression was great. The other gentleman with the Jerry Lewis impression, we were looking at it going, wow, this is really spot on.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, we really enjoyed that very, very much.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We really have a lot of fun with the show. It's funny, Tony was doing what I do here in America in Australia. And he was doing, but his main character was Jerry Lewis, and he would break off and do other impressions off of Jerry. My main character was, yes, his name is really Antonino Calcagno, but
Of course.
he changed it to, he
We know how
changed it
stage
to
names
Tony.
go, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, he's wonderful.
Yeah, he looks like Jerry so much.
Well, the
Yeah.
two of you, such an uncanny resemblance.
Yeah,
And I
it
mean, the chemistry between the two of you is like Dean and Jerry. It's just amazing.
You know what's wild? We are exactly, maybe 3 months different, exactly the same age difference as Dean and Jerry were too.
Really? Wow. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. If anybody wants to see it, and they want to go, what's the website to see the Dean and Jerry clips?
MartinandLewisTribute.com.
MartinandLewisTribute.com. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really, really great.
Thank you.
But, I wanted to ask you, it's one thing to do impressions, but another thing to sing. So were you singing before the impressions or vice versa?
I was always a singer. I mean, in the house, my dad was in the church choir. My aunt, his sister, my Aunt Nora, who lived next door to us, she was a wonderful singer, and I was always singing around the house. My dad had introduced us to musicals. He had the 78s of Showboat, and they brought us to see The Sound of Music. So we were a very musical family, and I was always singing. Before they had karaoke music, my aunt Sophie, she gave me my first Dean Martin album when I was I think 15.
Right.
And I would sing to the interlude of You're Nobody Till Somebody Loves You, because they would play a little background, melody to that in the interlude. So I would take my tape recorder and sit by the record player, and when the music would start singing, I would start singing, You're Nobody Till Some, and just start doing my thing with the music. And then it's go hit back, So that was how I used to start doing impressions with singing before they even had karaoke.
Right. Well, while we're on that subject, I'd like to play for everybody a clip from your CD, I believe it is, when you sing the song Kiss, Dean Martin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'd like to play that clip for everybody so they can hear what we're talking about. This is Tom Stevens as Dean Martin singing a great song called Kiss.
Kiss me, say you miss me, kiss me loud with heavenly affections. Hold me close to you, hold me, see me through with all your heart's protection. Thrill me with your charm, take me in your arms and make my life perfection. Kiss me, darling, Take me up again, make my dream come true. Well, thrill me with your charm, take me in your arms, and make my life perfection. Kiss me by the name, kiss me up again, make my dreams come true.
Oh, that was beautiful. All the Bean Martin
thank you.
Lady fans, they're swooning out there right now. I know it. That is fantastic. And this is on Tom's CD. And you can
One of my
get that,
CDs. Yeah.
And again, the website is now to buy the CD, they can go to tomstevenstributes.com, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So tomstevenstributes.com, you can go there. And there's a lot of samples of each of the songs from the CD as well. So, but no, they're fantastic. You know, having Tom Stevens on the show, sweetheart, we have so many celebrity callers that are calling in. Can we take a call from a celebrity, Tom?
Sure. What do you got calling in?
Well, let's see. I think we have Christopher Walken calling in. Christopher, welcome to the show.
Hi, Mike. Blanca, wonderful to hear your show.
Oh, well, thank you. It's so good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Such a delight to have you, Chris.
We're big
Wow.
fans.
You know, I used to go to Anguilla very often.
Yeah.
In fact, it's one of my favorite places to vacation.
Really?
Sure.
Well, I can't wait to see you out here.
I know, we just moved
Well,
here in December.
all you got to do is invite me, send a plane. I'll be there.
Well, pack your bags, my friend. You're going to be out here. Well, let's see. You are one of the voices in The Jungle Book. And what is it like doing the voiceover in a Disney film like that?
Well, you know, when they first asked me to be Big Louie, I said, who the hell is Big Louie? And, well, when I found out that he was a big monkey, an ape, a gorilla, I said, wow, sure. I'd love to do the part and sing.
Yeah, 'cause-
woo, woo. I want to be like you.
I could see it so perfectly cast because I know that when you think of monkeys and voices, you would think Christopher Walken. So you're perfectly cast for that.
Well, you know, the makers of Disney, they said they wanted to make Louis appear like me. So the hair is very big on Louis.
Perfect. I love it.
Or as Donald Trump would say, huge.
Christopher, thank you so much for calling into the show.
You're welcome.
so much, Chris. It's really been a pleasure.
Tom Stevens, how
Thank
about
you.
that? We had Christopher Walken on the show. How about that, huh?
Christopher Walken is one of my favorite actors. I think the guy is amazing.
A
It
big
was great
fan.
for him to call in. That was cool.
That
Just
was
for
very
you.
nice.
Just for you.
No, wait a second.
Yeah, how about that?
We actually have some former presidents calling in. I cannot believe this.
Former
Blanca had-
president?
Yes, and this is amazing because it's a call from heaven, actually, because we have a call from Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan, you're on with Tom Stevens. How are you, sir?
Well, Michael, I just want to say that I think your wife, Blanca, is a wonderful co-host.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Aw, thank you, Ron.
Yes.
Ron, we love you.
Well, I love you
Anxious
too.
to speak with you.
Ron's fantastic. Ronald, Mr. President, I have to ask you, what do you make of this whole political season right now? What's going on?
Well, you know, Mike, as you know, I was the first actor to ever achieve the highest office of the United States of America. And well, if the Donald is voted in to that office, he would be the first lousy actor to win the nomination.
I love it. I love it.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm all for equal opportunity and the rights for every American to achieve the goal of becoming president of this great country. And if Donald Trump achieves that goal, all I can say is Nancy and I will both be rolling over in our graves.
Mr. President, thank you so much for calling in. It's been a pleasure.
Will, you're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. And now we're going to, Tom, I can't believe the people calling in. This is amazing. We have President Bill Clinton is on the line. Bill Clinton, welcome to the show.
Hi, Mike. And hello, it's Blanca, right?
That's right, Elliot.
It is Blanca.
You'll have
That
to
is right.
excuse my voice. My voice is a little dry. You know, I'm visiting all kinds of states. I'm campaigning for Hillary, and she has me out here in Las Vegas, and it is so dry. So dry.
You might be something to drink to quench that dryness, right?
Oh, I have a bottle of scotch right next to me.
Scott, wow, kind of early, but that's okay. I got to ask you, so Hillary's having a little bit of trouble right now. I mean, do you think she's going to be the president?
Honestly, I don't think that Hillary's going to win the nomination. Because why?
That's a great endorsement.
Wow, now.
Okay.
Because I do like Donald Trump. And what I do like about Donald is I love his taste in women. His wife, Melanie. If his wife Melanie has my vote for being the first lady.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I got to say this: if she were my first lady, I would have never left the White House. If you get my drift.
Oh, my goodness.
Mr. President, thank you so much for joining the show. I'll tell you what, you are consistent.
We appreciate your candor, Mr. former Vice President.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And let's just say, go Trump.
Go Trump. Well, hey, Tom Stevens, thank you, Mr. President. Tom Stevens, can you believe this? I mean, I cannot believe the people that are calling into this show.
I don't believe your listening audience is huge. My goodness, this is great.
I'd say it's all VIPs today. I don't know. Oh, wait a second. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Sweetheart, is this right? We have Donald Trump's on the line. Wait a second. Let's go to Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump, how are you, sir?
Michael, it's a pleasure to be on your show. I heard my name mentioned on the Facebook page. I was listening to it because I follow Tom Stevens, and I was watching. He posted that he was going to be on the show. I had to call in.
Oh, you're a smart man. Tom Stevens is a fantastic talent. And Mr. Trump, so are you. I mean, you're doing a great job. You've got the nomination. Nobody thought you could do it.
I love the endorsement that Bill Clinton just gave me. I think he's a great guy.
I can see that. I can see that. Well, are you going to be our next president?
You know, I can actually say I will definitely be the president of the United States of America.
Oh,
without a doubt. I know this for a fact.
And you're winning the poll bigly, right?
Excuse me?
You know, we often hear what you have to say, and it's interesting when you come up with these adjectives to describe how you're doing in the poll. Bigly. I don't think I've ever heard that.
You know, I'm such a billionaire, I can make up my own words, okay? Bigly, hugely, you can put "ly" on the end of anything, and it just exaggerates it, all right?
Mr. Trump, you're doing fantastic. I wish you luck, and thank you so much for calling into the show.
Well, you know what? You know, you never asked me about the question that, a lot of people are asking me. And, it's people are always asking me how I'm going to fund the free college.
Ah, yeah.
Okay?
Right.
And
so how are you going to fund that free college?
It's very simple. Okay? I'm going to have bobbleheads of myself, okay, for every month that I'm president of the United States. We'll have different bobbleheads every month. We'll sell them for $19.99. Right. That's how we're going to pay. We'll make billions and billions of dollars.
Now, they're going to be wearing the Make America Great Again hat? Is that what they're wearing?
They're going to be red ones, white ones. I'll have different color ties. I won't change my hairdo because people love my hairdo.
It's golden. It's perfect.
And that's why I love it.
I'll tell you what, that's a fantastic plan. I love that plan. Mr. Trump, thank you so much for calling in.
My word, the bobblehead plan will go a long way. It's going to be huge, huge.
I wouldn't doubt you for a second. Thank you so much for calling in, sir.
Thank you, and I hope I have your vote.
Oh, well, we'll see. We'll see. We're deciding. We're undecided.
We're waiting for those bobbleheads to arrive.
If I have to buy Anguilla, okay, I will, and you can vote for Donald Trump. All the people of Anguilla, I think, what is there, 45 people on the island?
46.
14,000
right,
people in Anguilla.
How many thousand?
14,000.
46,000.
No, 14,000.
I employ more people than are on the Papagatai Island.
You're probably right.
I employ more people than live in Anguilla.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Mr.
wouldn't
Trump,
be
thank you
surprised.
so much. Thank you for
Thank you
calling
so
in.
much, Michael. I appreciate it.
You got it. Tom Stevens, this is amazing, right?
I'm thrilled. I can't believe this. This is great.
I mean, it's funny. I mean, none of them have a question for you, but that's okay. You know,
No, nobody's questioned me, asked me anything, and I'm just sitting here listening to the radio show. What is it? But it's great that they're calling in. I think it's wonderful.
I know,
They're
right?
calling in for you. It's because they follow you.
Well, we do have a caller that happens to be a personal friend of ours. We have Ed Marshall, who helps us with a lot of the commercial production, and I know that he's a friend of yours as well. I know that we're all Facebook friends, but we have Ed Marshall with Tom Stevens.
Hey.
Welcome to the show, Ed.
Good morning, Ed.
Thank you, Mike. And Mike, it's a funny thing. I'm listening to the show. I don't even want to interrupt it. He's so good. He loves to go on. Fantastic. But then I'll call you back.
Tom, Ed is a big fan of Dean Martin as well.
I know that. I know Ed Marshall.
Tom, you're gonna be out in Ohio soon, right, for the Dean Martin Festival?
Exactly, Ed. Yeah, the Dean Martin Festival is this June, the 16th, 17th, and 18th. It's a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It's going to be great. This is going to be the 20th year that they're holding the festival for Dean Martin.
So when you get up there, are there any other imitators of Dean Martin, or are you just the only one?
Oh, no. Russ Laniello is another Dean Martin tribute artist. He lives out in California. I think he's been going to the festival for almost every year. I think he's been there. And then they have, Dave Solera. He does Sinatra. And then they have Bob Morelli. He does Dean. There's a lot of guys. And what's fun is Thursday night, they have the Dean Martin contest. So they all these guys. Yeah, they have everybody. We go into the bar, the spot bar, and everybody just gets a drink. They get up there, and whoever wants to sing a Dean Martin song, and they all try to do their Dean Martin impression. And I'm always one of the judges. And it's just a hoot of a night. Even women get up and try to do Dean Martin. It's funny.
No.
Thank
No.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
What do the women do? Like, if I had you in my shower. Do they do that line?
Yeah, they're all singing.
That's so funny. That sounds like a lot of fun. When is that? When is that
That's
going on?
Thursday night. I think at the Thursday night, June 16th, is the Dean Martin contest, and then the 17th and 18th we all perform. They have all kinds of things going on. In fact, I think the 17th I'm doing my Dean Martin show, and then the 18th I'm doing my Tom Stevens show there.
Oh, nice.
Well, I'm going to do a lot of my other impressions.
I know
Right.
there's something about the Jerry Lewis Dean Martin concert you're going to do. Who does Jerry Lewis?
That's Tony Lewis from Australia.
He's great,
Told
Ed.
me he's very, yeah. I think both of you told me Jerry Lewis likes him.
Well, actually, there's a documentary. A French film company just came to Australia specifically to film Tony. And Tony was the only Jerry Lewis tribute artist that was allowed by Jerry to be in this documentary about
Wow.
Jerry Lewis. And it's coming
That's
out
saying
May
something.
26th.
On CBS?
PBS.
PBS, yes. That would be
Public
interesting.
Broadcasting Company. And Martin Scorsese is in it. A lot of big stars are in it. And Tony Lewis is in it almost 7 times, talking about the Martin and Lewis relationship, about Jerry's movies. And yeah, we're really excited about it. I think it's going to get us a lot of exposure.
Yeah,
Sure.
Getting back to...
In fact, June, we're going to be, Tony's coming in from Australia. We're going to be at Harrah's in Atlantic City on Friday, June 3rd. And we're going to be at the Count Basie Theater in Red Bank, New Jersey on Saturday, June 4th.
Oh, that's great.
Right, you're really moving around. Getting back to the concert, does it attract a big crowd?
Oh, it attracts a huge crowd. Our demographics are people that probably remember hearing about Dean and Jerry from their parents, people that, may never even have seen them. But to see 2 grown guys on stage together doing what Tony and I do. I mean, we're all over, we're nose to nose. He's kissing me as Jerry used to do to Dean. It's just good, clean, fun humor. And people that never experienced that, because there's nobody doing that today.
Right. There's wannabes, but there are wannabes, but you guys do it the best. You've been doing, I videotaped you doing Dean Martin in vocal tone, 18 years ago when you performing at Jan McCart Theater.
Jan McCart's Theater. You know, Jan McCart is still alive?
Yes,
Yeah.
she is.
She's still, I mean, I think she's 4,000 years old, but she's still alive.
Yeah.
That is true. She is, and she's going strong. I'll tell you.
She's a sweetheart. She's amazing. She really is. And I remember back then how thrilled she was at my Dean Martin impression, because she had met Dean in person. And, that's the biggest compliment to me when I meet people that have met Dean Martin and they can't get over, the resemblance and the impression, how good it is.
Yeah.
It's a great compliment.
Tom, you mentioned that his daughter gives you compliments, saying you're the closest that you can actually perform to remind her of her father.
Yeah, well, she came to the festival, okay? I think it was the 5th year. She came to the Dean Martin Festival and saw me for the first time. And from the stage, we were on stage singing together, and she said, I've never seen anybody look and sound more like my daddy.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
a great compliment.
Yeah.
Do you think she'll be there, Tom?
I don't know if she'll be there this year. I don't know. I don't think so. I know she's very busy. She's touring also, doing her daddy songs,
And
but I just booked a show for me and Tony Lewis this next year in January in Arizona, and the agent met Dean Martin's bodyguard,
Right.
and he showed him our video, and the guy was reluctant to look at the video because he says, I've seen so many bad Dean Martin impersonators, they're terrible. He didn't want to see it. And after he saw my video, he actually said to the guy, I can't believe it. This guy has got him down perfect.
Right.
And to get that compliment from Dean Martin's bodyguard was really a thrill.
That's
I live out in Los Angeles, Tom, and I know you were up in San Francisco recently. Do you have any plans of coming out to L.A. and doing a show?
I would love to. I haven't got anything booked yet. Tony Lewis will be in.
I got room in my house, Tom.
For what?
Whatever Dean did when he wasn't singing.
Well, we're going to try to get some shows. We're trying to book something for January out in San Francisco or Palm Springs, California.
Palm Springs? Yeah, Michael.
Yeah, all that area would love our show. So we have a guy who's he's Frank Sinatra's a godson, and he's doing a tribute to Frank at the Red Bank Theater, the Count Basie Theater. So he's got a 36-piece orchestra. And he is going to be singing, Mike Martucci, and we're opening up for him. We're doing about a 45 to 50-minute set, and then he's coming out with his 36-piece orchestra. They're the original Count Basie arrangements.
Have you heard him, Tom?
I've heard him. I've seen his videos on YouTube. He's not a Frank Sinatra. He doesn't claim to be a Frank Sinatra impersonator. But he does a great job putting over Frank's songs, and he does sound a little like Frank.
That's good. That's all you need. You don't have to have an imitator on that. Very few people sound like Frank.
It's very hard.
I don't know anybody that sounds like me.
Right.
Sammy Davis did a good imitation. Well, I don't want to hold up this show because you got 3,000 more people online.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. We got to get to the other calls.
That is true. Ed, thank you so much for calling in, my friend.
You are such a dear.
Thank you, Michael. And see you on the beach.
You got it. That sounds good.
What am I, chopped liver, Ed? You say thank you, Michael, and you.
He's gone. Tom, you're fantastic. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be on back on with Tom Stevens.
You're listening to Michael Masci Live. And now, back to the show.
Well, welcome back to the show. I am Michael Masci, and this is the Michael Masci Live Show, broadcasting to you from the beautiful island of Anguilla. And I'm here with my wife, Blanca. Blanca, we have a fantastic guest here on the line with us, Tom Stevens.
That's right.
Hello, hello. Good to be back.
And welcome back. Welcome back, Tom.
Thank you.
Don, we have another call from beyond here. Who's on the line? Mr. Johnny Carson is on the line.
Johnny Carson, welcome to the show, Mr. Carson.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Blanca. I gotta tell you, I just heard your commercial, and I used to golf at the Cuisinart Golf Resort.
Ah, beautiful.
It is so beautiful.
You like?
And I gotta tell you, it's the only golf resort that has blenders as tee markers.
Yeah, it's very odd, huh? No,
Yeah,
true.
I mean, it was great because I could make my drink right on the tee box, crush ice, a little vodka, and I'd be ready to tee off the next hole.
Oh man, that sounds like a perfect place for Ed McMahon to join you.
Exactly. Ed would make it to the third hole and he'd pass out.
Well, let me ask you. So you were on the Tonight Show for 30 years, and you left it to Jay Leno. Were you a big fan of Jay Leno's?
I think Jay did a great job. I really do.
Mr. Carson, I cannot believe this. Jay's actually calling in. Jay Leno, welcome to the show. Welcome to Michael Masci Live.
Hey, Mike, thank you very much. Thank you, Blanca. You guys do a great job. I really love your show.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Jay, what have you been up to since you stopped doing the Tonight Show?
Well, I'm a real huge, I love to collect cars, so I've been, polishing my cars, racing around town. It's really great, I'm thinking about doing comedy again. I don't know. Stand-up is one of my favorite things to do.
Well, I've seen you many times as a stand-up. I think you're fantastic at doing stand-up comedy. I'm glad you're still doing
Was that
it.
you who threw the tomatoes? Was that you?
That was not
I
me.
could have sworn that was you. Did you throw the tomatoes?
No. Jay Leno, it is so wonderful to have you on the show, and Mr. Carson, too. Can you both talk to each other by any chance? Because I have you both on the line, because that would be amazing to hear you both talk to each other.
I was just like this. Johnny Carson was one of the greatest interviewers of all time. In fact, Johnny, you mind me telling people that I think you're so great? Jay, I think you were just as good as I was, Jay. And if I had anybody to fill my shoes, Jay, it was you. Thank you so much, Johnny. You were one of my favorites. I really respected you. I remember the first time I did your show. You do? That was a very long time ago. Okay, Michael, I don't want to talk to Jay anymore.
Hi. Johnny, Jay, thank you so much for joining the show. Boy, it was an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for calling. Tom Stevens, I can't believe, I'm telling you, the people that are calling in, it's just amazing.
You got great cell phone towers there to get all the way from heaven. Good connection to Anguilla, let me tell you.
Hey, we're not fooling around, let me tell you.
This is paradise on earth, so
how
it's
does it feel to be a
heavy
godfather?
in.
How does it feel to be a godfather now, Mike?
It feels wonderful. It feels wonderful.
You gotta talk like this, Michael. You gotta learn to do this. You gotta talk like this to the kid. And give him a nice little bankroll to start off with, all right, Michael? What if all three of Blanca Masci? What if we all come with this is the godmother. The godmother, Blanca. But then,
Oh my gosh, it's too fun. Tom, now, of course, he does some wonderful, as we already said, he does a great Dean Martin singing voice. But, boy, you do a fantastic Tony Bennett. Can you give us a little Tony Bennett's talking voice first?
That's my favorite.
But Tony Bennett's got a great voice. I love the way Tony Bennett talks. He's got this whole thing, and he talks a little bit like this. He's got a little bit of rasp to his voice, Mike, Blanca. I really appreciate being on your show. It's really beautiful, beautiful.
That is
Down to
wonderful.
Bill Clinton a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. A little Bill Clinton in there.
Yeah, you almost sound like Bill Clinton. Yeah, you could just go from, I love Bianca, I love this thing, and just go right into Tony Bennett a little bit. It's got that same similar tone, that little bit of rasp.
My goodness, I'll never look at Bill Clinton the same now.
That's so funny.
Ruined for life now.
Well, let me tell you, folks, I'm going to give you a little treat here because since we're talking about Tony Bennett, I'd like to play for you a great song from Tom's CD. This is his impression of Tony Bennett doing Who Can I Turn To? Take a listen to this. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's it. That you meant that. Beautiful. Who can I turn to with nobody meet me? My heart wants to know, and so I'm going where destiny meet me. With no star to guide me, and no one beside me. I'll go on my way, and after the day, the darkness will hide me. And maybe tomorrow, by what I'm after, go up my sorrow, take here and borrow my share of laughter. With you, I could learn to. With you, on a new day, but who can I turn to if you turn away?
I love it. The Great Tony Bennett by Tom Stevens. That was wonderful.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. So, Tom, we were talking a little bit. You're going to be doing a show in July. Tell our listeners more about that show.
Yes, it's going to be at the Casablanca Resort in Mesquite, which is about 80 miles north of Las Vegas here. And I've been entertaining there for many years now. They have a wonderful, classic, old-fashioned showroom there with the booths and everything. It's really nice.
Right.
And I'm doing something totally different because I've done my show there. I've done my Tom Stevens show and my Dean Martin show, and my Dean and Jerry show is there, and my Dean and Frank show is there. So I wanted to do something totally different. And I'm doing like more or less like Tom Stevens Unplugged, and it's my my tribute to Broadway.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And I'm going to be doing a lot of songs in my own voice. I used to do the Phantom of the Opera, Music of the Night, okay, with the mask and everything, in my voice. I used to touch on different Broadway songs because that's what I was brought up on. My dad, like I said, he had introduced us to the musicals Showboat and The Sound of Music and Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella and all these wonderful musicals.
Yeah.
And I always was singing those kinds of songs. My dad used to challenge us, the guys, me and my brothers, to do Old Man River from Showboat. And in fact, I just posted a couple of my songs that I'm doing in the show on YouTube. And then I'm also touching on the fact that a lot of celebrities, a lot of singers that I do also have touched on some Broadway songs.
Right.
Just like I did, I'm doing Tom Jones doing The Impossible Dream, which I posted on Facebook, on Tom Stevens, on my Facebook page. And also Neil Diamond did I Dreamed the Dream from Les Mis.
Oh, okay.
And I have Louis Armstrong doing Hello, Dolly.
Nice.
And I'm doing Hallelujah from Shrek in my own voice.
Right.
And I have, let me see who else. I'm trying to put something together where I'm trying to do like a medley of singers. And I'm going to be doing like different people that would love to sing but can't, like Christopher Walken doing, wow, these are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes.
I love it. I love it.
You know, just to make it fun too. So I have a lot of, you know, I'm doing Al Jolson, doing Mammy,
Oh, sure.
because you know, they did The Jazz Singer on Broadway.
Right.
So it's a real tribute to Broadway music and the singers that have touched on them. So I'll be singing in my own voice and doing some impressions of the.
That sounds great. I mean, and you have a chock full of material because there's, like you said, there's so many great songs that came out of Broadway and even, you know, are part of the American Songbook. A lot of those great songs originally were on Broadway, and you know, there's a lot of songs.
Yeah, On the Street Where You Live. Okay,
Right.
which is from
That's not Music Man, is it?
what the from, baby? My Fair Lady.
My Fair Lady, right.
Yeah. Okay, which is, you know, a great song, and Dean did a wonderful arrangement of that.
Right.
And with also the I'm doing Tony Bennett doing Maybe This Time from Cabaret.
Beautiful. Great song.
Elvis doing You'll Never Walk Alone from Carousel.
Oh, wow. Yeah, see, that's a great premise that you're doing. I love that.
So yeah, I'm able to they're all big numbers too. So I got to pace myself with this show because
Right.
yeah, and then I'm closing the show with This Is the Moment from Jekyll and Hyde as Tom Steele.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's going to be
which is
great.
another big number, yeah.
Something else up. I understand that you dedicate your performances to the men and women of the armed services, and you were awarded a U.S. flag from the soldiers in Iraq a few years ago. Tell me about that.
Well, one of the highest ranking women in the army is this woman, Jerry Bowers, and she's 5-star, highest ranked woman, and she had brought her mother when she was very ill to see one of my shows. And it was at the Suncoast at the time here in Vegas. And I came out and I sang That's Amore to her mom and had her mom sing with me. And her mom was very sick at the time. And she said that whole week after my performance, her mother just had a rebound that was amazing. And she was so up and smiling after the show, and Jerry remembered that so much. And then also I in my show I used to pay tribute to the men and women I used to do this whole thing and do Ray Charles doing America the Beautiful at the end of the show. And then I did a whole video montage of all armed service people, and I did the song from Rascal Flatts, I Won't Let Go.
Okay, nice song.
And yeah, and I did a lot of, you know, that. So what Jerry did was she went, when they took over Saddam's castle,
Yes.
okay, she went to the top of the castle before they tore it down, okay, and she held a flag. They flew a flag over the castle, an American flag, and she dedicated that flag to me. And I have pictures of her on top of the castle holding the flag. And then she had 3 high-ranking officers come to my show, and they dedicated the flag to me at the Riviera.
Oh, that's wonderful.
What an honor.
Yeah, it was really cool.
That's amazing. I'm glad I asked you about that because that's something I did not know. I briefly read that, and I wanted to ask you about it. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a nice honor, you know, and just, you know, you touch people's lives with, you know, being an entertainer, and it's amazing that a lot of people you don't even know they're in the audience.
Right.
And I had one guy come up to me, and he was kind of estranged from his dad for quite a while. And he brought his dad to my show. And I was at the Barbary Coast at the time. I was doing 3 45-minute sets.
Right.
And they stayed every set. They were together, singing together and remembering the Dean Martin show. And it brought him and his dad back together again.
Oh, that's great.
And just things like that. I get letters from people thanking me for these things, and just seeing their mothers and fathers' faces light up when they bring them to my show. And it's just nice. It really is nice that you can do that to people and touch people in a way that brings back such great memories.
Yeah, it's so great for someone like you and for all artists to be able to do what they do because they love it, but then to have stories like that, it's just an incredible, rewarding feeling, and that's great.
Music touches the soul. So when you're combining your impressions with the music, that really is pulling people's heartstrings, and that's really special.
Yeah, and you know, I'm not the impersonator that changes the words to the song to make it funny, to mask a bad impression. You know, I pride myself on trying to sound like that individual, and and singing the song as them. You know, I truly pay tribute to them.
Right.
I'm one of the only guys that sing the entire song
Yeah.
as an artist.
Well, you're right, because if you nail the impression, you can do that, and you definitely do that.
Yeah, and that's what gets, you know, the people just sit there with their mouths open and saying, I can't believe it. I mean, even when I do my Cher impression, I'm not even making fun of, you know, the song or anything. I'm just, when I put on a wig with the sailor hat on, and I put one of these T-shirts on that has a bustier of a woman's body on it, and I come dancing, singing, If I Could Turn Back Time. And
Wait a minute, I did not read that you did Cher. Can you?
He does share.
Can you please do a little Cher on the air, please?
If I could turn back time, if I could find a way, I'd take back those words that'll hurt you, and you'd stay.
I love it. Who, by the way, who
I did not know that it's
and Cher just celebrated her 70th birthday. Can you imagine?
Yeah. The only part that's 70 years old, I think, is her earlobe. Everything else has been reprocessed.
That is fantastic. Oh my gosh. Well, you know, we're going to be wrapping up the show in just a few moments. But before we do, I want to leave the audience with this, with a great song that you do along with Tom Lewis.
Tony Lewis.
Tony Lewis doing a great Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis song. Listen to this, folks.
I tell you every street a bullet and yours.
Every street the way of your dream. I the realty shop on 34th Street. All down on the Union Square, like the people we meet on Mulberry Street. I'd be glad to bring that every street a bullet in old New York. But it is harder than you met away from. Even is the east side, the west side, and looking out in town. That's why we're proud to be a part of New York town. Street, Union Square, Mulberry Street. I'd be rather than there. Every streets are full of fire, old New York. Streets are filled with happiness in old New York. We're happy to be part of it. We're happy that we came. Each sidewalk is a country past the same. Just remain the same as east side, west side, up, down, and down, in this great big metropolis known as New York Town.
That was so
There you have it, folks.
Great.
Oh my gosh, Tom, it's fantastic. I got chills. I really do.
Thank you, Mike.
Really?
Really amazing.
Spot on.
I love it.
We are so proud of that show, and for the way we got together and the way we rehearsed it. I mean, that song, that recording, we didn't do that together.
Really?
He recorded his part in Australia, sent it to me, and I recorded my part here in my studio in Vegas. And that's how we wrote the whole show. We never met each other. He found me 4 years ago on YouTube. He's been looking for a Dean Martin for 27 years.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And he had the idea of putting a Martin and Lewis show together, but he could never find anybody that could do Dean that could complement his Jerry.
Right.
He worked with other guys, but they weren't doing the do.
Right.
I've had that experience myself, and I promised never to work with anybody again because it's just too difficult. And you end up worrying when you're in the wings and that person is on stage, whether they're doing the job or not.
Right.
But it's comforting knowing that Tony is a consummate professional. When I'm off the stage, I know that he's out there alone on the stage and he's killing it. And he's doing the job. He's 110% dedicated to the business. And as he is with me, when I'm on stage as Dean alone, he knows that he can relax and that I'm doing my due.
Right.
And
You guys are perfect together. I mean, it's
for
perfect.
us to find each other, I got to tell you the story about this. Though he sent me a picture of himself. I photoshopped a picture of me and him together as Martin and Lewis.
Yeah.
And I sent it back to him. He was in Sydney at the time performing, and he opened his iPad and he opened the picture and he was like, oh my God, what a great job. And the promoter was walking by and he saw the picture and he said to Tony, why did you put your picture next to Dean Martin? And he said, that's not Dean Martin. That's this guy in Vegas. His name is Tom Stevens. He goes, oh my God. He goes, you guys get him here. We got to put on a show. So the guy took the picture, made a poster, and he sold out 2 shows in 4 days in Sydney. They were dinner shows for $100 a ticket, okay, for dinner and a show.
Right.
And we didn't have a show written. This was in May of 2012.
When was the show supposed to be?
They were booked for October 26th and 27th of 2012. And this was May. So we already sold out 2 shows and we didn't have a show. We never met each other. Exactly. So we had to get to work. So through Skype and through the internet, we wrote routines down and put the whole thing together. Now, the odd thing is, on September the 13th, I had kidney cancer and I had a kidney removed. Oh my God. But before, we had to go do the show.
Wow.
And the doctor said, Tom, I don't think you should go. And I said, I have to go.
We booked
Nice.
Look at the video on YouTube. It's one of the first videos. We actually filmed the show. Our first show together, we filmed. Now, I ended up missing my flight to San Francisco because it was fogged in.
Right.
My wife had tried to book the shortest flight, which was 17 and a half hours, from Vegas to San Francisco, from San Francisco to Sydney. We ended up, because we missed the flight, we had to go to Honolulu. We had to wait. We ended up being awake for 47 hours.
Oh my gosh. My goodness.
So we got there a day late. So we had one less day in a hotel to rehearse. That Tony and I met each other. We had 3 days to go over routines and get to know each other before we had to do a show.
Right.
And in fact, on YouTube, it's the first one of the videos that's versed on there. It's got a blue background, a blue curtain. And if you look at that video, you'll see me a lot holding my right elbow to my right side because I was still in stitches, okay?
Oh my God.
Having my kidney removed, and he was making me laugh so much, I was in pain, okay? And every time I laughed, it hurt.
Wow.
Exactly, the show must go on.
Wow.
And it's just so cool to have that on video to see how well we worked together for the very first time.
Amazing chemistry right off the bat.
It's true. I mean, he's like my younger brother. I mean, it really is. We just get along so well.
Now, is he still living in Australia now?
Yes, yes.
Oh, he does. Okay.
We just did it. I was just there for 7 weeks. I just got
No,
on
when
April 24th.
When do you have your next show with him?
Well, I told you he's going to be back here. He's coming here we're going to be in New Jersey at Harrah's in Atlantic City on June 3rd, and then the Count Basie Theater June 4th.
June 4th.
Okay. Now, for all of our friends out there that would like to see your show or that show, I think everything is on TomStevensTributes.com, right?
Tom Stevens Tribute, my shows are there, and then the Martin and Lewis shows, it's martinandlewistribute.com.
Okay. So
That's our
two
websites.
Yeah.
with other shows, everything is posted out, and I got to post those 2 shows there too for the Jersey shows. We have a big tour coming up. Also for January and February, we're going to be in Florida and here in Arizona and California.
Beautiful.
So we're very busy for 2017. I think that's going to be our breakout year.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. God bless you. I think it's a great show, and I wish you and the two of you great success. And I think that's what's going to happen, because it's truly fantastic how well you are and how good he is too. I mean, just it's bound to be a winner. Sounds to me.
Yeah, thank you. We think so too. Hey, so when we're in Florida, try to book us out there. We could just take a little plane ride out to Anguilla.
Let me tell you, we are gonna do our darndest to try to get you booked out here. Of course, I was telling you that the Cuisinart Resort is we're one of the members of the leading hotels of the world, and boy, the folks would love you. I mean, I just think they would just love this show. So we're going to do everything we can to get you out here for sure.
Great, Mike.
But Tom, thank you so much for joining our show. It's really been a pleasure and a blast, and thank you for all those people that called in too. It was really, really wonderful.
Yeah,
it was fun. It was really fun.
That was great.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, you are welcome to call into our show anytime you want, and we wish you the best of luck, okay?
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
All right. Take care.
You too.
Well, that is the great Tom Stevens. What'd you think?
What a dynamo.
He's great.
Oh, that was fantastic. I mean,
Yeah.
talk about juggling all of those voices.
I mean,
That was brilliant.
calls from heaven. I mean, he is one popular guy. I mean, that's amazing.
Well, like I said, this is definitely heaven on earth. So
That is true. That is true. And for those of you that are wondering where Anguilla is, by the way, we're just a 20-minute boat ride from St. Martin. And if you haven't been here, you got to come out here. It's just a paradise. Very little known, but once you're here, it's kind of like a secret place. You know, the celebrities come here because nobody knows they're going to be here. There's no paparazzi.
this is a hideaway. It's very difficult to get to.
It's difficult to get
The
to,
stars managed to get here just fine.
but well worth
And
it.
they're walking around, not worrying about having anybody shake them.
That's right. That's right. No, but we're so glad that you listened to the show. And for those of you that are listening to this, this show was recorded on May 23rd. You may be listening to this a year from now. I don't know. We've got some future listeners to our show. And we hope we see you here again real soon. My darling, thank you so much for joining me today.
Of course, as always. Thank you for allowing me to speak on your show.
I wouldn't get out loud.
I just had you technical in the background.
You're not allowed to speak on the show. No, you're allowed. You're not supposed to say aloud.
Allowed. That's a funny word.
I will give you.
Allow you to speak on my show.
I will give you the permission. No, I don't say that either. I'm gonna get slapped. I'm gonna be sleeping on the couch tonight. I don't know.
We like to keep our women in the kissing.
I don't say that. I don't say that.
No, we did it.
A special thank you once again to Tom Stevens, our guest today.
That was great.
Fantastic.
Tom is such a professional.
Absolutely. Folks, we'll see you on the next show. Be sure to follow us.